So, in the alarm window pane, we can define if we can categorize an alarm as a permanent alarm, black alarm, or silent alarms. So for example, for this one, since I know that I am using a restricted size of database, the default database, I could say that this is not a threat alarm. So for example, I will just categorize that as a permanent alarm. I will just select that one, then just click permanent. That alarm will be sorted out in the permanent group of alarms. For example, this one, I want to categorize these two connection problem with the visual TND as black alarm. I could just select that one, then just click the black category in this window. So I can group those kind of alarms as a permanent, black, or silent. If the user wants to categorize those kinds of alarms. So there's a B for black. I can categorize this also as silent. So that's that one silent. If I want to put it back as a normal record of alarms, just go to the group, then remove the permanent selection on that alarms. So that's just the sorting out of history of alarms if we want to group them as permanent, black, or silent.
Mr. Louis,
Yes.
Can you tell what is the difference between these three, silent, blocked, and permanent?
Permanent is usually those for example, if you know, for example, those situations where you know an alarm is not really threat, there's something wrong with the database that is existing, you can categorize that as permanent, and you could just disable that once you resolve that known problems. Black alarms, if for example you do if there's a status like if you don't want some nuisance alarm, but you know that the system will trigger if this occur. For example, if the data source is disconnected, you don't want that as a nuisance alarm. Every time it is disconnected, it will uh, trigger an alarm. You could just put that as black, but you know it's an existing alarms whenever there's a change in that status. Did you get my point on that?
No, not clearly for blocked. And silent, just tell me first silent, then come back to block again.
Silent because in the software there's always a sound in the software
Okay.
that is when you first to log in with the software, there's a chime sound with the software.
Okay.
So and it's like an interlock of this clear sound of this acknowledge and clear all tab, acknowledge all this, and clear all this. You could not enable this button if you didn't clear if you were not going to clear the sound. So
Okay.
for the silent option, that's the because there's a sound, you will going to ignore the sound every time there's a changes or assign that point as a silent alarm.
Okay. So tell me one thing for permanent selection. If I acknowledge any alarm, that alarm will go out or it will be persistent. If I select permanent.
If you mean if you already acknowledge.
Yeah. That means, say, I have selected one alarm as permanent. Okay. So whenever that alarm come, and after I acknowledge that one, so that alarm will go from the list or it will be there as permanent signal.
Okay. Let's try that one. Actually, I can configure that. Uh, oh, there's no. Why it's not appearing here? The all points should be appearing here. Ah, okay. I'll just load the. I will just use this one. I will just configure this as alarm.
Okay.
Let's say bus. Just I will just take that one. Bus active and F1 as alarm. I will just use a generic events. Active alarm 1 and 2. I will just alarm 1, 2, 3. I will just update. So currently I configured these points as an example, bus active, all the F1 active and alarm.
Okay.
So I will just trigger some uh, changes of data here in the gateway itself. So what's that? Bus active, F1 active, alarm 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there's an alarm here. So I will just tag that as say permanent
Okay.
bus active. Where's the bus active? So the bus active is already tagged as permanent.
Okay.
Uh, I just yeah for a permanent, I think it will not it will not update if no. Okay, it's still update. Okay, another one. It's close. Wait, close. Yeah, for a permanent, it will not active any changes on the alarm. I will
Okay.
try for the block.
Okay.
So I will try the alarm one. Execute. Did I trigger that one? F1 alarm one. Is that? F1 alarm one. It's one. Why it's not appearing here? Okay. Uh, I think I need to define first here for the alarm state. I forgot to configure the alarm state.
Okay.
Yeah. So I didn't change any changes on this alarm state. So I will just trigger an alarm for a state one value. For state one value, for a state one value, this should be an alarm. Okay. Uh,
Hello.
mhm. Okay. Wait, it's not recording here. Mhm. Alarm state, I configured it alarm state as 1. Okay. Change. Okay. Ah, it's not appearing here. Oh, okay. What is Close, close, close. So that should be since this is in state one, state one, state one, and state one. Bus F1. Okay. I think there's something wrong with my simulation. So I think my simulation, if I trigger the simulation from my gateway, the alarm's not reflecting in the visual TND. I have suspicion that the simulation is being undertaken only at the SMP gateway level. If I trigger it on my SMP gateway, it's not really sending the real changes on the points. It's not reflecting here in the visual TND. So what I did here is since the visual TND has its own simulation, so I just activated that one and test that within the software. So I think I can only do the simulation in the software at this moment.
Okay.
I will just test this one. This is will reflect. Okay, yeah. Uh, Now in the visual TND, if I do some simulation in the visual TND itself, it is reflecting in the alarm. But if I trigger the simulation in the simulation mode of my gateway, it didn't captured by the visual TND. I'm assuming the simulation mode that I'm doing in the SMP gateway is not really sending because he detected that he is just simulating at the SMP level, not really the actual one.
Okay.
So wait. I will also change this one. Then we will categorize some black alarm and uh, permanent alarm, just to identify the difference of those two.
Okay.
So point bus F1 active, F1 alarm 1, alarm 2, alarm 3. So I configured that as triggered alarm at state 1. So currently they were tagged as an alarm based on my configuration here. Uh,
Okay.
bus F1 alarm 1, alarm 2, alarm 3. I configured alarm state as state 1. So now they were in alarm. So that's why they were in orange color, all of them.
Okay.
So I will just identify some alarm here as black. So for alarm type 3 alarm, I will just tag that as permanent alarm. For the type 2 alarm, I will tag that as black alarm.
Okay.
Wait. Type 2 tag as black alarm. And say alarm 1 as silent alarm. Oops. Wait. Silent. So they were all in alarm state. If the alarm 1 back to normal state,
Okay.
alarm 1, alarm 1 is silent. So it's still in the all alarm page. Just change the color,
Okay.
and there's no sound. There's no sound for the alarm that was tagged as silent.
Okay.
There's no sound, but still it is mandatory for you to still click the clear sound, even though there's no sound, to enable
Okay.
those acknowledgement tab. Let's check for the alarm 2. Alarm 2, F1 alarm 2. So I will just put that back into normal state. If I go to my so it doesn't appear in my all alarm page.
No.
Still active. Yeah, but so meaning for a black configured alarm, if the state back to normal, it will not notify the user.
Okay.
It for a black alarm data for a data point that was tagged as black alarm, it will just record what's the existing status when you tag that as black. It will not
Okay.
notify the user if it backs to normal or whatever changes happens.
Okay. So make that
So
permanent one. Change that status.
for the permanent, so now it's alarm, so I will just put that back into normal state. Alarm 3. If I go to my alarm, okay. Uh, on the permanent tab, when the data points backs to normal, it will disappear in the permanent tab. It will automatically appear actually for the
Okay.
uh, permanent uh, for a point that was tagged as a permanent alarm. But for
Okay.
the
Now,
black, it's
yeah,
still there.
we can,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
we can understand
that's
the differences.
okay.
Okay. So we can proceed further.
Okay. Okay. I will just stop that simulation mode for the software. So if you disable that simulation mode, the points will automatically go back to its default status.
Okay.
Yeah. So I will just clear that one because it's sounding. So I could now acknowledge all those existing alarms happening. Then so for example on that's the alarm and events page. So for example so for the real time data, in the real time data tab we can identify if the real-time points were online or offline. So in this case, if you notice, all the points were in black. So I would just disconnect that to the data source from the gateway.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. It's already disconnected. So if you see all the data points were already in red, so meaning to say we have all the data points, but all the data points were offline.
Okay.
So we can easily identify that from the real-time data tab.
Okay.
So in this in the real-time tab on the left pane window, we have here the data sources. So this is just a note for all, or a record for all your data sources configured in the software. So for
Okay.
this one, I configured the 4250. I can identify the type, the connection status, and the last date of update for the database server.
Okay.
Real time trends. If this is F2, so I will just define that as F2 under zone. F3 under that zone. F4. But the bus 220 bus, so I'll just put that as bus. So I'm just defining those points in my layout.
Okay.
It really takes time to configure because of the many things to consider regarding the points mapping. But once you
Yeah.
get used to it, you understand where the points coming from, how do you connect all those. So let's just save that one, then upload or update the site. Update server site configuration. So I will just check if my SMP is still running, just to see those data reflecting in our site layout. So if you notice, if I go back to my alarm and events page, there's the configured site layout already appear here.
Okay.
And if I go to my real-time data, if I go to my site layout and the default, these are the points that I put in my site layout, and the configuration that I have made. So
Okay.
you can see now the current, the voltage bus. So for
Okay.
example, there's an alarm in this line one. You can easily determine what in this layout also where's that alarm is coming from. So for example,
Okay.
there's an alarm in the L1. This will change in color, like I think red. But under normal state, I think by default this is in if from alarm going to normal state, it will change from red to green color. So
Okay.
so that's the concept for that site layout. So that's for the site layout. For the table views, so by default we have already these server views. So uh, if you notice, we have also here the user views. So for the user views, this is the one where we can create our own groupings of data points. If we have preference on how to group our system data points, we can do it here. So we can group the points per bus per feeder. So for example, uh, I will create one. So if for example I want to group my points, all the points related to my line one, for example, so I could just do that because we have customer in the region. They implementing these some kind of 61850 grouping of data points. So they use this one for that purpose. Say table view for bus. Feeder. So we can filter that one. I think so this is the advantage if we already implemented a standard naming convention. For example, we already have we have a naming standard of data points already at the SMP gateway level, so we could just easily filter that one. So on my side, since I have followed some naming format, so I
Okay.
could just easily identify those uh, points under my bus. So for example, for feeder one, I could just filter that one, add some name that contains F1, add name that contains F2. And same with the and 10, 10, 2. So now I've created my own views. So
Yeah.
I've grouped my points per bus, per feeder, per line. So now if you notice, I'm doing my configuration wherein my data points were already offline.
Okay.
We can do that. Uh, Once we extract the points from the gateways or from the data source to our Visual TND server, we can do the all the mappings from the Explorer going to our diagram. We could do that offline. We can already do that offline.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Then another important thing here is of course the simulation mode. If we were doing offline, we could just enable this one if we want to test our diagrams. Do the changes of value here. Then after that, check that to your diagram editor if it's reflecting regarding the changes.
Okay.
Yeah. If same is true if we want to test the SCADA software regarding our configuration up to the gateway level
Okay.
without, even though the gateway is not online with the IEDs, we can do that with both of them connected to each other. So we can do the commissioning at the Visual TND side, check if this is reflecting to the SMP gateway. We can enable to send those changes manually to the data source. We will just enable this one. Send manually written value to the data source. Just to
Okay.
test those kind of commissioning.
Okay.
So that's the real-time view. Actually, there's still another option here for the table views. If I'll just go back with the site with our site configuration, if you notice here under, I think in the categories, if you notice here, there's a tab here for region, substation, IEDs, functions, sub-functions, etc. I think this follows the 61850 grouping of devices. So for example, we have set here just remember this one, the default table views. We currently we have server views and user views. So that's the default one. If we configured something here in categories tab regarding the regions, so I will just put some example here. Say northern region,
Okay.
south, north, south region, east.
Yeah. Yeah. চলে চলতেছে আচ্ছা নরমাল স্টাইল করি একটা বানানো করতে কেমন লাগছে কেমন লাগে সাতাশ তুই সরাসরি নিচে রাখতেছিস তো স্যার এটা না আমার স্টুডিও কি আছে এই লিখে দিন উপরে উপরে দিয়ে
So we just define that one for substation one. Just use north, south, east.
একটা করতে পারলে হয়তো কিছু মডিফিকেশন দিলে অন্য কিছু এডিটিং করলে হয়তো এই কস্তুরি ওটা গেল কই চলে এসেছে
কি ইন্ডিয়া বসে থাকে?
ম্যাক্সিমাম অস্ট্রেলিয়া।
Sub 1, sub 2, sub 3. I'll just say that one.
হুম।
Server side. Let's see. Oh. So I've created some region substation IEDs, for example. So the concept is the same for the functions, subfunctions, voltage level, bay equipment, and auto configuration. So if I go back to my real-time data, so there's a folder here automatically generated by the software named topology under the table views. So if I going to expand that one, so I can see here already the east, northern, south region that I created. Then if I going to collapse all those folder, I can see those table views that I assigned for each substation.
Okay.
Then those substation, for example, I can define that already to my site configuration. For example, for my analog inputs, if you go on the rightmost side of all these columns. So I will just define some here, just to have a picture on.
Okay.
For example, for the F1 PA, I will define the substation as, for this one, substation column here, or region. For the feeder one, say south or west, northern region. So it will automatically pop up if if I finish configuring the categories tab.
Okay.
Northwest, southeast. So if you notice, the substation will automatically populated as well as the IEDs if you put some categories here. So I will just update my server. Then I'll just go back to my real-time data. So I can see here already some points. So that's the other way of creating also some table views for that purpose.
Okay.
Okay. So the only if we have, say for example, we have same is true with one of our customer. Every client user, I say every client user in one of our site, they have their own PC hardware. So those user can create their own users if they were the one monitoring the sub. So they were only accessing this one, the user views. But if they have common, say on the upper level of managing those data points, they may use the server views or the topology. But each user or client user, they can create their own from here from this user views folder.
Okay.
So that's the real time data tab. So for the historical data, let me check if I remember on how to define points here. Here, this one. Site. I will just close the site. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember already. So for the historical data, this is the default page. So if you want to define a specific point, if you notice here this icon, just use that to go to the database point server. If for example I want to check the historical data of these points, bus VA, VBVC. I will just add that one. So I could put a name for that bus voltage at 25 kV bus voltage historical data points. Example, yeah, bus VA. So since I don't have any historical data, I couldn't see anything, but that's how you define the points here for historical data trend. I will just try to connect some here. And here, maybe
Yeah.
we can visit your installation. I'll pause here. I think there's so much information already to 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 absorb.
Sir, I didn't get it.
Did you successfully install already the software or not yet?
No. I can share my screen.
Yeah, I'll pause my discussion here. Let's just check your installation for now.
Okay.
Yeah, if we can make it work, then we can explore more tomorrow.
Yeah.
And yeah,
So this is your showing that Explorer, but whatever about diagram editor, that one?
yeah. Tomorrow I'll show you the
Okay,
diagram. This
okay,
is just
okay,
Explorer, yeah.
okay.
Because yeah, there's much more information from there. Yeah,
Okay.
just try
If I
to
can
screen first.
share my
Let's try
screen,
to
then yeah,
resolve.
you can guide.
Yeah, let's try to resolve your installation in your machine.
Still didn't get that share option.
Can you share it? Can you share your screen?
Yeah.
Do you have?
My
Okay,
screen, I'm not getting permission
you're not
from
getting
admin side to
permission.
share my screen. এখন আসবে তাও তো আসতেছে রাত একটা আচ্ছা আমি ইয়ে করতেছি Am I audible now, Mr. Louis?
Yes, yes. Do you have any antivirus enabled in your
Yeah,
machine
that
or?
I have disabled all the firewall and protections.
Okay, okay, okay. That's fine.
So 5.3 R1, I'll try.
Yeah, 5.3 R1. Yes, use the
English?
English one.
Okay.
Yeah, just English. Cross fingers, it will proceed.
Sorry.
Fingers crossed.
Hopefully. Yeah, just okay, just accept. Okay, wait. Okay, just enable that one. Okay, okay, just select also the com server so that you can play with that one also. Okay.
This one, all features.
Yeah, these features, yeah, all and also features. Yeah, okay, just enable all those.
Here also all
Okay.
features enabled.
Yeah, that's already
I
enabled.
will
So
cross check once all features enabled.
okay, next. The directory,
I will
the
check the
directory.
directory. Yeah.
Yeah.
Try. Okay.
Okay.
এটা পার্টিশন দিতে গেছিলাম বাট ওই ইয়ে করো না ঝামেলা করে ওকে
Okay.
তো হচ্ছে ইয়ে বলা কি জানি বলে দিয়ে ফরমেট দেওয়া ছাড়া ইয়ে করা যাবে না ফরমেট দেওয়া তো আনইনস্টল করা ছাড়া সে পালন করবে কি যেন একটা লক দেওয়া লকটার নাম ভুলে গেলাম আমি আইডিতে নিয়ে গেছিলাম ওরাও পারেনি আচ্ছা আচ্ছা ওরাও পারে ভাই আপনি এটা কিসের লক আছে আমার জানি না তা আমি করছি ওকে পিছলে
Yeah, just proceed.
ওর তো আমার এটা জানি এক্সট্রা হার্ড ডিস্ক লাগে
Okay, wait. Uh, did you create one before or no? You didn't reach this one in your previous installation.
Previous installation maybe I have given username but after installation that one will be deleted right